Greetings, everybody. Welcome to ENG 110. This is your first of 8 weeks of English with me, and I'm going to let my dog in because he's having a fit. Every Monday, I will be posting a video much like this where we will go through the assignments for the week. One of the things that I feel like with completely online classes, sometimes it's just a matter of not clearly understanding what is being asked for in an assignment. And so I want to give you the greatest chances for success on the assignments. So I really suggest each week that before you do the discussion board, certainly before you do any formal writing assignments or the knowledge checks on week where we have the tests, that you watch, not only read all the stuff that's in the readings and resources, but also that you watch the video and maybe review those resources once you have done that, because this will really help a great deal with understanding and with navigating the assignments. So in order to do that, I'm going to share my screen here in a second. I want to make sure it's in student mode so it looks like it looks when you guys see it. And we're going to take a little walk through Unit 1. All right, so let me share my screen. Oh, actually, I need to open one more file. I've got a file that I'm going to show you guys as well. So let me open both of those so that we have them available. Okay. All right. So good news. The class came up first, which is what I wanted to. So that always works. So as you know by now, hopefully, when you first log in to your course, you're always going to see the weekly announcements. So these weekly walkthrough videos will be posted in the announcements, and they will also come to your post-university student email. Um, I know sometimes it's really hard to get used to checking an extra email, but I cannot stress enough to you how important it is to check that email regularly. All communication through the school is going to come through there. It's just a really good habit to start. Now, those of you who are more technically savvy than I am, you can forward that email to your regular email or however it helps you to check it. But really get in the habit of doing that. And certainly because the announcements come up on the front page, you should be seeing them even if you are not checking your email. But I really encourage you to get in that habit. So we are in English 110. This link, the course information link, will give you all the stuff that you need to know about the course, including how the grades are broken down, um, help with library resources, discussion board criteria, all of those wonderful things, and your course assignments. So you've got a couple of different places that you can look. We'll be seeing where you find these in the course itself. But these you could actually even print out the discuss or the descriptions of the assignments. I like to do that because I like to have it in print form. So anyway, that's what's under the course information. You have hopefully checked out my information under Meet Your Instructor. This will give you my phone number if you need to text me, but also during my regular office hours, you can call me directly or send a text to my Fuse number, which is listed right here. My office hours are listed on here as well. And we can always join what is called the Collaborate room, which you can see over here on the left-hand column. There's a link that says Collaborate. But it's just easier if you text me or call me first, because sometimes I can just answer your question over the phone or via text. But if we do need to hop in there, I'm not having to sit there without anyone else in there by myself. It's like a Zoom room essentially. So we can hop in there if we need live interaction. All right, so let's take a look at Unit 1, which is where we, of course, are starting this week. And we're mostly focusing on getting used to writing vocabulary for college writing. Um, the assignments that you do in this class and the skills that you learn in this class are going to serve you in any other college class that involves writing a paper or even writing discussion boards, which they pretty much all do. And so the stuff that this unit is made of is going to be something that you'll want to hold on to for the rest, especially of your college career, but in some ways even in your actual career. So you should always read everything that is in the unit. So you have a description. There's nothing to click on this first part. This is all the text that you need to look at there. But with everything else, there's always going to be some additional information. So if I click on the readings and resources, you will notice that we have the introduction to personal writing, description and narrative, and then you've got 2 links to the textbook. Our textbook is fully online, so you don't have to open anything other than if you click on these links, you then will read the section that it says. So 141 to 150 and pages 73 to 78 in that first section. For the assignment and getting ready to do the assignment, you're going to also read pages 3 to 5, 6 to 8, and then you're going to have an activity called Understanding the Assignment that will help you get ready. Do all the stuff. I cannot stress that enough. I teach a lot of online classes, not only at Post, but in my full-time job as well. And the number one reason people do not do well on assignments is because they have not read or watched videos or done the little activities that will help you learn what you need to learn in order to successfully complete the assignment. So please, please, please do that. So there's an activity called Understanding the Assignment, and then there's a 2-minute video. If you do not do well with videos, there is also a transcript, so you can read it if you prefer to read, but most people, of course, prefer to watch a video. Then we will be learning about APA formatting and how to submit assignments. This section right here is something that you are going to need for every class that you have. I cannot stress enough how important this is. And it's got some tools that you can use, including an APA template in Microsoft Word format. You have to use Word or something that will allow you to save documents in Word or PDF files. And you have to upload assignments. You cannot just type directly in boxes. Now, for the discussion board, you will be mostly typing directly in a box online. However, I still suggest using Word to create your responses for your discussion boards, because that's also going to allow you to save them. It's going to allow you to run spell and grammar check and all those wonderful things. So learn it, live it, love it. APA is the style that you'll use at Post. And this will have an actual paper that's already set up for you that you can use. Then we've got instructions on how to submit an assignment in Blackboard. I'm actually also going to show you that today. But when you need a refresher, this is always going to be in Unit 1. And I will remind you of that, okay? But if you forget, it's always back in Unit 1. Optional resource, of course, it is a video, as you can see, and optional means optional, but I would take advantage of everything. Anytime you see a resource, make sure you look at it, because it's only going to help you do better in the course. All right, so back to Unit 1, and then we have the 2 assignment. Well, the 1 assignment, sorry. I can't read today. Uh, the, the only official assignment in this particular unit is the introductory discussion board. Now, this is why I say read everything carefully. There's already some up. They are not all 2 paragraphs. And notice that it says right here in the instructions, it has to be 2 paragraphs. So the first paragraph, you're going to introduce yourself to the class. After reviewing the assignments listed on the course information page, you're going to write a brief explanation of how you plan to use your time management skills from your first 2 classes to help you complete your written assignments. Then share your feelings regarding writing coming into the class. Second paragraph, we are practicing narrative and descriptive writing. Write descriptively using the 5 sentences, sorry, can't read today, about one place that has influenced you in a positive way. You should use description and details to paint a clear picture of this place. Now, another really important thing that you're going to see with the assignments, these are the grading rubrics. So before you submit an assignment, you should make sure that you look at the rubric to see if you have met all of the requirements, in addition, of course, to reading the description. So let's click on the rubric. And you'll notice it's got a lot of information in here. Okay, it tells you everything that you need to know, how your discussion boards are graded, and you've got a low score of 0 all the way up to the high score. And of course, depending on what assignment it is, sometimes they are even worth more than 5 points. Like a certain section might be worth more than 5 points. But this will give you the breakdown. And so you can know, okay, let's take a look at the first one. Initial post effectively addresses all aspects of the discussion prompts. So if you only write 1 paragraph, you cannot get 5 points because you did not address what was being asked. Okay. So again, this is why it's really important to read. You'll also want to look back at the rubrics once you get a grade so that you can understand, oh, I scored in the needs improvement, or, oh, I scored in competent. Okay. So if it helps you to print these out, print them out. If not, they're always available. You do not have access to upcoming units, but you always have access to the previous units. Those don't go away. So you can go back and look at those things once you get a grade. All right. So once you're ready, and like I said, I would write this assignment in Word. Now, the sample that I'm going to show you doesn't have the first paragraph about, attitudes towards writing and things like that. It only has the descriptive paragraph, but I wanted to show you how to set up your APA document and how to get, like how to create it in Word. And then we will copy that and paste it onto the discussion board. So I've got the other window here shared. This is my sample document. Let me make this bigger so it's a little bit easier to see. Now, this is already set up as an APA document. You do not have to have a cover page for your discussion posts. However, like I said, I think it's a good idea to just get in the habit of creating all your assignments in Word so that you can save them, and then you can copy and paste it onto the discussion board. So here we have our Unit 1 memorable person, or really a memorable place, but this is kind of tied to both. And so we have 1 paragraph. It is fairly long. When you have a single paragraph assignment or a 2 paragraph assignment, typically the rubric is going to specify you need to have at least 7 to 9 sentences in order to get the full points for it. This introduction one is a little bit different. We just saw the rubric for that, but that's something to keep an eye out for. And then we have our descriptive paragraph. So I'm going to highlight the whole thing and Control C to copy. Then I'm going to go back to the course. Now, in order to post the introduction, you can come into it a couple of different ways. One is to click directly on the discussions, and that will show you the discussion boards. That also includes the Ask the Instructor discussion board that you may use to ask questions. But if you're in the unit, you can also just click on it and it's going to take you to the discussion board. Now you'll notice you can't see what anybody else has posted yet because all of our discussions are what are called post first discussion forums. Do not post something blank just so you can see what other people have written. I know it's tempting, but you're going to create thread when you're ready to post, and you're going to write your introductory 2 paragraphs right here in this box. Now, I have not copied and pasted the first paragraph, so I'm just going to make a little something up. My name is Sally, student. I have a busy schedule, but I have 1 hour a day set aside specifically, oops, can't spell, for homework. As for writing, college, it makes me a little nervous, but I have a plan to do well. There you go. Okay. I would make this a little longer if I were you, but I just want something in there so that I can show the next paragraph. So I'm going to hit enter again so that there's a space in between them, and I'm going to paste it in. It should be in my oh, okay, that's fine. There we go. Keep formatting, doesn't really matter. You can not keep the formatting if you want as well. You can also change this formatting. There's a lot of tools in the discussions. If you want to make the font bigger, you can make the font bigger. If you want to change it to a different font, you can do that. My other paper was in Times New Roman 12, so I'm going to make it look the same. This is also, obviously the second paragraph is double spaced. Let's see, that's center. Let me see if I can find double spacing on here. No. I don't see it anywhere. So it's fine. If it doesn't look exactly like, not a huge ordeal. But of course, if you're writing them both together or pasting them both together, then it will work. All right, so I do not have any attachments. You could attach the document, the Word document. If you wanted to do that, you would browse your local files, which would be on your computer. And it happens to be the very first one here. Excuse me. So I could open that and it would attach it, but you don't have to do that. And you definitely need to also put the text in the box. So don't just put an attachment, because that way your classmates and I both have to read, like open it up and all that stuff. It's easier if you just post it in the discussion. When you are ready, you're going to click submit. Oh, I didn't write a subject. Okay, and let's hit submit. And there you have it. You will see the preview user. You will see the other posts that your classmates have made, some of which I have already also responded to. And if there's a new one that I have not yet, but I will get there. And that's how you post things to the discussion board. Now, when you are ready to respond to someone else, which you will do, you click on their post, you read what they have to say, and then, of course, and this will make perfect sense, you click reply. Okay. Now, I'm not going to post again because I've already responded, but you type it in the box and then you hit submit. When you are responding to others, you do not want to be too short. Always aim for at least 5 sentences, a real solid paragraph. Always respond to something very specific, but also incorporate your own thoughts and your own experiences. And that is the mark of a good response to other students. So that should end our first um, delve into the unit. The other thing that's listed in the unit each time is that it'll give you a little bit of heads up, like of what's coming up next. All right. Um, and there you have it, folks. I promise you, if you do all the readings, you do all the videos, you pay attention to these videos, and you follow the instructions on the assignment, how long it has to be, how many sources you have to use, whatever the case may be, you will succeed in English 110. I am always available by email and even by text most of the time. So if you need any help, please, please, please do not hesitate to reach out. That is why I am here. Awesome. Thank you guys. Have a great rest of your day.